Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We are going to be getting into SNHU Yellow. I'm unsure if it's already started. I'm not exactly sure. The game was supposed to start at 7, so we might be a little bit late to the party, but probably not. So from what I just heard from production, it looks like we're going to be getting a Min-Min Ganondorf match. That's going to be pretty interesting. We've seen our Min-Min player do a lot of work. But into a Ganondorf, we haven't really seen a Ganondorf, or at least I haven't, but you have last week.
I
Correct?
have, but into a different team.
Yeah.
Um, so it's always so hard to judge because a lot of Smash comes down to individual playstyles.
Yeah, definitely.
So 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 all that info from last week's Ganon, throw it out the window. We don't need it today. Where we are going, we don't need info.
Yeah.
Um,
Ganon is ranked one of the worst characters in the game, but there are some crazy upsets that happened. You know, you had in like Pro Smash once, you had Nairo completely upset Light, a crazy Fox player with Ganondorf, one of the weirdest matches ever seen. So you know, we have seen some actual high-level play of Ganondorf. But, you know, into Min Min's going to be so hard. Min Min can just zone really easily. Ganondorf really doesn't have any good approach options. He hits like a truck, but he can't really do a lot. I'm unsure exactly what is going on right now. I think there might be some technical problems going on. If we could throw to break, that would be good for 1 second.
yeah, we just got some.
Yeah, we might have
The
some,
birds in our ears have been sounding a little weird.
yeah, a little bit odd. But so it looks like we are going to be getting in maybe pretty soon. Unsure production. How's it looking? Okay. So what I'm just hearing right now is that we're currently waiting on the teams to sort of start, but we will be getting it into it pretty soon. So I think
Yeah.
Min Min in general, as a character, is good zoner
Yeah.
and is able to just keep Ganondorf out.
And Swanky played really well last week. He was able to clutch out a lot of really solid opportunities. I believe he even got on the victory graphic there that we put up on twitter.com/SNHU esports. You know,
Yes.
maybe you should follow that. I don't know. We got some sick graphics, got some sick events. You know, maybe drop us a follow if you haven't already. But you know, smooth segues aside, uh, you know, this is gonna be a really fun matchup. SNHU Yellow, very fun team to watch. Um, you know, as is SNHU Blue, of course. But to be completely honest, all Smash is fun to watch. Smash is a
Yeah.
fun game to watch.
Smash is a really fun game. You just see, especially as we mentioned before in collegiate play, you just see so many more characters than you would normally. Even in League of Legends, which I also cast, you just see crazy
I'm so
characters.
sorry.
You see insane. No worries. But yeah, you just see a lot of stuff in collegiate play in general. So seeing Ganondorf come out is unheard of, really. There was that one match where Nairo beat Light, but other than
Yeah.
that, we haven't seen high-level Ganon play. We've seen some high-level Little Mac play with one of the best players in the world named Peanut. But other than that, like, low tiers don't have a lot of representation. So seeing this come out in collegiate esports is very good, but it looks like we are going to be going into game momentarily. And so the game plan right now is really Min Min's just gonna zone, and Ganondorf's gonna try to do the best to get in and just hit like a truck.
Yeah, I mean it's we got post Eagles Orin, so now they're going to look to avenge their fallen purple brethren. Meanwhile, Southern New Hampshire going to look to take a second game in a row.
Hopefully they will be able to do that.
Yeah, I don't know how it happened, but Ganon's already at 80%.
Yeah, it's just so hard for Ganon to get in. He doesn't have like any good moves. Side B just isn't long enough, but down B does go right through that arm, it seems. So Ganon might be able to get a couple off here. Min Min's already at 50%. Might be able to get something crazy going on here, but Min Min does manage to get the tech. Ganon is at 132 at the ledge. It's such a scary situation for... Oh my God, did that kill at 55?
Yeah, that is a
From
certified
center stage?
Doria moment. I love me some C-stick gaming.
That
That is exactly what happened there.
Yeah, That was crazy.
That didn't even kill Spartan. We got an even game now somehow. How'd that happen?
30% off up smash. You know, as we mentioned before, Ganondorf is hit so hard. But Ganondorf is at 74. But as we just saw, you know, kill percent for Minmin's like already almost there. 55% is kill. Oh my god, that was a crazy combo. Managing to just catch Ganondorf like that. That was insane.
So much has happened in the span of a minute and a half. We've seen some very great play with these arms just kind of taking space, you know, by force here, not allowing Lillian and Ganon to get anything done. When Ganon's able to get that space, like you said, he hits like a truck, like a freight train, you know, going off the rails. But it's getting those hits that is really difficult, especially when they're so easy to telegraph.
Really, the only thing that Ganondorf is really seeming to hit is down B, you know, which is probably his best move in the matchup. It does pretty easily go through the arms, but Min does actually manage to get that forward tilt. That's crazy there, reading Ganondorf's just neutral recovery. Yeah. But is able to get out with 2 stocks. It's very well played by Swanky.
Yeah, very patient play on those last 2 stocks.
Yeah.
For Swanky. Loses the 1 stock, but nothing more. And into a Ganon that, you know, is able to get those big, massive sword hits. You know, one of those could have sliced Swanky directly in half. Those arms would have been on the floor.
That was just, it's so unfortunate to get hit by that upper part of that Doria. It was so unfortunate, you know. Ganondorf hits like a truck. I didn't know Min was that light to get killed at 55 from center stage, but, you know, I guess it is what it is.
Yeah, Ganondorf compensates for his lack of viability with the ability to just send you directly through 3 brick walls and still get you out the blast zone.
Yeah, one of my favorite game modes. I forget what it is, what we called it with my friend group, but it was you'd play 4 Jigglypuffs versus 1 supercharged Ganondorf with spirits. So it'd just be Ganondorf hitting the fucking soccer balls just in the air, just like up smash, hitting those Jigglypuffs crazy, you know.
Yeah. I mean, that's no spirits in crew battle.
No spirits at all. No.
I think that'd be a little silly, but you know the point still stands. He hits really hard, but it wasn't enough to dethrone Swanky there. So that's really good for SNHU, taking that early lead, just kind of setting the stage to keep going and keep getting these stocks and whittling the Eagles down.
Yeah, you know, as we saw, players can run on this crazy train, and hopefully, you know, Orange won't let SNHU Yellow go on the train like we saw Steven, like we saw Crust do last time. But Swanky is such a good player, especially with the Min Min. Min Min has such a crazy matchup chart, just good into almost everybody except for like super easy rush-on characters like maybe Lucina or like Fox. But you know, you see, you know, Min Min be able to do a lot, be very versatile, but it looks like we're going to be getting a Wii Fit trainer into Min Min. I'm unsure about this matchup. I think Wii Fit's ball does go over Min Min's arms unless she jumps, so maybe it's good, and I think Wii Fit probably has better edge guards on Min Min than Min Min has on Wii Fit, but it's really dependent on who can get center stage first, I feel like. I feel like it's really, if you have advantage, you win, and if you have disadvantage, you kind of lose.
Yeah. Swanky's been so good at just being able to dominate a matchup, so that's what you're going to want to look for here in this matchup. Takes a very quick stock. No theatrics. Just looking for that early damage, and he gets it. Already, Lone Wolf at 31%, with Swanky having a little bit of control here.
Is able to get a good ground on ledge, just jab into jab. Wii Fit Trainer is doing a lot here, getting Min Min to 47%. But Min Min's doing a very good job keeping Wii Fit sort of at the stage, at sort of the edge of the stage, and is able to get a nice grab, and hopefully we'll be able to catch Weefit's recovery here. But isn't able to get up attack coming out from Weefit. Laser almost hits.
Both players going kind of tit for tat here. Just nobody's found an opening for something huge just yet. That's a great move, but doesn't have the potential to kill right now. Meanwhile, that huge yellow orb of destruction gets the kill off stage.
That was an insane upbeat forward air, especially with the ball. That was crazy. You know,
Yes.
Min Min does have the ability to go out pretty far, as we just saw, and is really able to just do a lot here. The laser coming out to actually stop Weefit from grabbing the edge.
Yeah.
This is scary.
Lone Wolf says we ball. Swanky says no, we don't. That is not how we roll here. Already now, Lone Wolf. Now it's basically even stock and percentage with Swanky. This has suddenly become a lot scarier. The two were previously going, blow for blow, but now Swanky just taking control. A huge parry, just to swag on him. Gets a lot of damage. Goes for that offstage chase yet again, but this time doesn't get it.
Weefit Trainer isn't actually managed to get back there, sort of overestimating how far their recovery would go. But Weefit does actually get their buff for the first time in the match. It makes Weefit do a lot more damage. So if Weefit can get some good Nair combos, this is going to be really hard for Swanky to do a lot. But it's just so hard, especially when you're versus a Min Min like this as a Weefit. It's just so unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, Swanky's at 130. As we saw last match, that Min Min is light enough for this to be absolute kill percent. But
the laser coming out, catching Weefit. Weefit just has no options there. Such a bad position.
All right, Swanky, just grabbing that match by the horns. Absolutely nothing happening for the Eagles there. I mean, you send in a Weefit, and you get a bunch of percent. But no stocks down for Swanky. Swanky's still sitting pretty at 2 stocks.
We might see another 9-stock round. This is going to be awful for the Eagles. Just such a blow to their mental, not being able to get, this player out as quickly as they want to. But hopefully they have a character that counters Min Min a lot easier. I think they were thinking that Weefit was a good option, but Swanky was just able to keep zoning, as we mentioned before. And Min Min is so good at just keeping their advantage. Same with Weefit as well, especially with the soccer ball. But it's just so hard for them to do anything once they're in that disadvantaged state.
And again, we noticed the patience from Swanky there. When Weefit had that buff, no super aggression, just being very careful to play that space, so that he doesn't get punished, and he didn't. And then once that buff is over, then he can go on the full assault, get that kill, and run this into the next game with 2 stocks.
Yeah, Min Min, one of these characters, is such a good first pick. They just have such good versatility, but it seems like we're actually going to be going into a K Rool. K Rool is one of those characters where you can really see them do a lot of wacky stuff with Crown, with side B. They also have a couple ground moves with down throw. It's sort of scary to be against a K Rool, especially with the super armor on the belly. So maybe K Rool's able to get in, but K Rool isn't really considered to be that good of a character, while Min Min is the exact opposite. Min Min is very, very good. Min Min is one of the best characters in the game, so this is going to be very scary, especially when you have 2 stocks from Swanky. But it's going to be difficult for K Rool to do a lot, especially on FD as well. It's going to be awful.
Yeah, this is just, allowing Swanky to just, this stage is very flat. I have very long arms. You do the math. I think that this is just a really inopportune stage for the Eagles, for Supersonic on this K Rool. Already at 99%. It's a huge counter, but it's a huge thing.
Yeah, one thing that K Rool does have is better recovery than Weefit does, though. Actually not being able to get to stage. Another sad, unfortunate SNHU coming out from Orange. But as we mentioned before, K Rool has a better recovery if they can actually land it than Weefit does. Oh, the 2 back airs just coming out, spiking Min Min into the stage.
Goes for the 3rd. Actually, I think I saw 4 come out in total there. That was a little silly, fishing for that 4th after the 3rd comes out. But, now this game is even. Yet again, Swanky at 87% 2 stocks. Supersonic at 109 with 2 stocks.
Yeah, it's gonna be so hard for K-Rool to do a lot here. Belly is really good, but the rotator coming out just absolutely getting K-Rool there. So unfortunate. Swanky might just go on another crazy run. It's so hard for K-Rool to do a lot, even with the super armor that they have from air. It's just so unfortunate. Oh, the down B actually coming out, giving it iframes. A lot of people don't know, the end and startup to K-Rool's counter actually gives them iframes in weird spots.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but K-Rool is not actually managing to get back with the recovery. Swanky is just able to get those very well-placed arms at perfect positions.
Am I correct in saying that thus far, Swanky has taken 9 stocks, only losing
stocks.
1 in the process?
Yeah.
What an absolute Yada Chad sitting in front of us right now. I mean, I heard I heard a little bit that the nerves were coming in going into this game, and he wasn't sure why, but maybe those nerves are a really good motivating factor. I know as a player sometimes those nerves are what's really able to sort of drive you to the next level, and I think that's what we're seeing here. You can't go on and, even the best of players is going to have a really hard time going on this much of a tear while only losing 1 stock. That shouldn't happen.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate. The players that we've seen Wii Fit Trainer, we saw Ganondorf, and we've seen K-Rool, all not really having their best matchups into Min Min. Wii Fit's sort of even to my knowledge, but it's still really hard to play. If you don't know how to play against Min Min, you just kind of die. Min Min's not really a popular character, and they're so weird. They really play their own game that if you just don't know what you're doing against them, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Yeah, and Swanky is so good at that spacing, at those off-stage arms, just kind of, especially with the dragon laser, like spaces that out perfectly to keep himself perfectly spaced, while still being able to secure those kills off stage.
Yeah, definitely. As we're seeing in this match, it's just Swanky's just getting those good arm placements, and no one really know what to do around it. It's really hard to figure out what to do against Min Min when you don't see them a lot. And you probably don't play them a lot at your locals. So it's just unfortunate. But we might see Swanky going maybe a 12 stock tear.
As much as I'd like to say I wouldn't want to see that, I kind of want to see that.
Yeah, I kind of want to see that.
It's been a while since I've seen a good old 12 stock pub stomp in a crew battle.
Yeah, I haven't really seen that too frequently.
It's been a couple of years since we've had one of those under our belt, to my knowledge.
Yeah, definitely.
I am not the lore keeper of SNHU Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Me neither. I just got here this year, so. But I've heard rumors that Insignia's done it. I've heard rumors that Steven's done it before. So, hopefully we can pull out another one. But for Post Eagle Orange, it's just going to be so unfortunate to have 3 of your players go down to a Min Min and 2 of them not even be able to take a stock. It's just so sad. And really, even the stock that they did take was just a lucky forward smash by Ganondorf and really a missed opportunity to air dodge from Swanky. So it's just so demoralizing to have this happen to both of your teams.
Yeah, and I think if you're the Post Eagles, there are 2 things going on in your minds right now. You probably saw, if not the entire match, from your other team, most of it, a good portion. You saw how that went. You don't want that to happen to you, and then it starts happening to you. But worse. That is the kind of series of events to crush a team. So I think the best thing they can do right now is just either now or after this next player comes in, take a few minutes and just decompress. You don't even have to go over what's happened. You just need to take a few minutes, let your mind kind of fall to ease, so to speak. Just kind of get that bad juju out the door.
Definitely.
So that you can take this as a new game. Because Purple and Orange, they don't. Those games don't have anything to do with each other.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
I'd be shocked if that loss wasn't weighing on them a little bit.
Yeah, it's so hard when you have your entire team get stomped like that. You know, really, as you mentioned before, just to deep compress, you know, calm down, not get tilted, you know, and just play your game. Because really, one of the things that's coming out from both these teams, it seems like, is nerves. You know,
Yeah.
we heard that Smash Yellow was pretty nervous coming into this match, but hopefully they will, or Smash Yellow at least was able to decompress and win these, you know, 9 stocks so far. Hopefully, Orange is going to be able to do the same.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm only able to see from this little desk that we have here, but it seems like with how each team is able to you know gas up each other. I think that's a sort of confidence booster for each team. You know that you have another squad rooting for you no matter what.
Yeah.
And that's the power of friendship is a common trope, but it it's real. There's a reason why like LAN events are so cool because you have that atmosphere of people cheering for each other.
And
The,
speaking of LAN events, you can actually come down to Granite State Grind on the 5th or the 6th, I believe, which
believe
is
it's the
another
5th.
Smash local. But it looks like we might have just heard that we're going to be getting into a game. Unsure about that. But, you know, we've just seen Min Min go on this crazy tear. The only hope from Orange is that you're going to be able to play better next match. Maybe they have some pocket secondaries that they can pull out to sort of just try to kill the Min Min easier. Maybe one of their players plays 2 characters and they could like pull something out, or like maybe they have a good anchor in the back that they might be able to sweep SNHU with. But it's going to be an uphill battle, definitely, especially when you have 3 players go down. And Min Min still has 2 stocks, right?
Yep.
You can play semi-campy enough with Min Min for these, you know, for this last character to be able to go on a 12-stock tear. So it's just going to be unfortunate for Post Equal Orange if they can't do anything here. They're going to be so demoralizing. And it seems like Post Eagles is actually going to be sending an Inkling. I'm completely unsure. I have zero clue who wins this. I
Uh,
haven't seen an Inkling in forever. Inkling's like a 2018 character. Like before COVID, you saw a lot of Inkling. After COVID, no Inkling. So I have no clue.
well, luckily for me, I'm the voice for radio person here. I have no idea the matchup chart. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
completely honest. I don't know how this is gonna go, but Swanky has that momentum behind him.
Yeah, Swanky does have the momentum right now. You know, he's only down 1 stock. We could just see him go on another thing, but hopefully this Inkling player is able to get some stuff out. My predictions for the match is that if Inkling's dash can go under Min Min's arms, then it's going to be good, but I don't think so, so I'm unsure. I don't even think I've seen these characters played at high level against each other ever. Like Inkling, all the Inkling mains at high level kind of just left the character. Inkling, I think, is still really good. They're not bad character by any means. It's just there are other characters that are better.
Yeah.
You know, that are similar enough to Inkling that other people play it.
You know what I think it's gonna come down to? I think it's gonna come down to the Inkling skin.
Yeah, yeah.
Do they pick a good skin?
Do they pick a good chroma? Do they pick a good skin? Hopefully, you
See,
know, if they.
I'm leaning towards them doing the default skin because post equals orange. I don't know if that's the play though.
Yeah, hey, it might be. You know, they could go for purple, avenging their purple brother, and you know,
Yeah.
but it's going to be pretty difficult for them to do a lot here. Inkling does have roller, which could be pretty good against Min Min. Inkling's Nair, I don't think goes over any of Min Min's arms, to my knowledge, but it looks like we're about to get into game here. They do actually go with purple. Which is a very popular skin, at least on Wi-Fi. Just getting that sort of a stylish sort of outfit, that sort of suit coat.
Dripped
But-
out, as the kids say.
Yeah, dripped out. But we are going to see them come out on Kalos. Kalos is a pretty weird stage for Min Min. It could be good in certain matchups, could be good in others. Min Min's arms actually will get caught on the platform, so she can't really edgeguard as easily. But it looks like right now the Inkling is able to get in, so maybe this is a good matchup for Inkling. But Min Min does have some percent so far, so...
Yeah, the thing is, Inkling has put in so much work to get Swanky to 63%. Swanky gets Eevee to that percent in about 3 buttons.
Yeah, that's also the one thing with Min Min is just Min Min has just so much power behind them. It's just scary. It's super scary.
Yeah. And now you see Eevee running a little low on ink here. That means a lot of those specials not going to be effective or even usable in the case.
Oh, the high up B to actually avoid Min Min's Dax, very good. But it looks just hard to get the kill on Min Min, really hard to get in. But they are getting those good air-to-airs. Hopefully Inkling is going to be able to do something if they can get like a roller into a charge up smash. It's going to be really good. But the Nair coming out, killing off of the top. You know, Min Min's Nair is just so strong. It's insanely powerful, but right now it just seems like Inkling's only hope is to try to maybe read a roll or something, try to get a crazily powerful smash tag onto Min Min. But that's going to be really hard to ask.
Yeah, it's really frustrating for Eevee now because a lot of your options on that last stock relied around you having ink, and Eevee never was able to recharge that ink. So, you know, Swanky putting on so much pressure that half of Eevee's kit was just denied from the get-go.
Yeah, the forward smash coming out. Very good micro spacing against that dash attack. This is very well played by Inkling so far. It seems like Inkling can really get around those arms if they need to. It's just hard for them to get those kills. They do seem to be getting those percents.
Yeah, I mean, Swanky just kind of, you know, playing for space right now.
Yeah.
Just using those tilts to just, like, deny half the stage.
Yeah,
quite literally.
Actually can literally just get rid of half of the stage. But Inkling's up B is really good because it has invincibility on the majority of it. So it's going to be hard for Min Min to really gimp a sort of up B with the gyro. So hopefully Min Min is able to do something here. Using an up B to avoid the smash attack, that was a bit of a weird interaction that I haven't seen before. But is able to get a forward smash off. Now it's 1-1. SNHU with just still all players just here. If Min Min's able to get another stock, you're just basically going to have your whole team run through by one player. And that's going to be so demoralizing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Inkling turned into a splotch on the stained glass walls here on Kalos. Now we're down to one stock, about even percentage-wise too. So this is terrifying for Eevee. You have to be able to clutch something out here.
Yeah, 100%. You can't. You just have to hope that you can get something out. Good parries coming out. It looks like they are able to rack a decent amount of damage on Min Min. It's just so hard to get anything off. Min Min just sort of running around the stage and has so many hitboxes that you have to deal with. A footstool coming out, probably an accident, but maybe intentional.
Eevee now with not enough ink to even send out a splat bomb. That roller not going to be particularly effective either.
This is so scary.
Yeah, that is about the lowest I think the ink can go, and now Eevee at 100%. Swanky has full control of this matchup right now.
But just a forward smash coming out from Swanky, it's just so sad. Completely get running over all of Post Equals team. So unfortunate for Post Equals. Their mental must be awful right now. They really need to take a second to just sort of calm down. And just play. And if SNHU just keeps Swanky in for the next match, it's gonna be a stomp.
Yeah, I mean, like, and the thing is too, we talked a lot last game about, you know, oh well, they lost, but they were able to get a lot of info.
They got no info.
They got zero info. They're in their team huddle like right now. Like, all right, guys, what do we know? Swanky's really good.
Yeah.
All right. Eevee, what do you know? You got him down to one stock. What do you know? Swanky's really good.
Yeah,
like
that's it. It's you have no info. You have nothing. It's so hard. You just have to hope that you have one more character or another player on the team that can hopefully do something. Maybe a miracle pick against Swanky. But Swanky's just such a dominant player in this match. Going on a 12 stock run, it's sad.
Yeah, now he's just casually answering the phone.
Yeah,
like,
just casually on the phone over there.
Yeah. This is just a normal, Tuesday night. Take 12 stocks in a crew battle.
Yeah.
Just on cast the whole time. Like,
yeah,
no big deal.
It's crazy. Hopefully, Post Eagle Orange can do something here. I think their best player was probably that Inkling. We saw them do the most, really getting down a stock on Swanky. Ganondorf really got a lucky forward smash. If Swanky predicted it with an air dodge or something, it wouldn't have even killed.
Yeah.
But it's just going to be so hard for them to do anything. And then we have other players in the back on SNHU's team as well. We have a Terry player that also supposedly went crazy last year. I think it was last year. Managing to get so many stocks out so early. It's just so unfortunate. And then we have a crazy Robin player as well.
Yeah.
We have a crazy Lucas player, and then we have a crazy Little Mac Ryu player, which also is kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's a couple of goofy characters.
Yeah, we have a lot of goofy
Uh,
characters, a lot of Shotos and a lot of projectile characters. So this team is it's very volatile, I'd say. Shotos get countered by basically the same thing, and then their zoners also get countered by basically the same thing, but they cover each other's matchups really well. So, like, you could throw out a Terry and then throw out a Min Min, right?
Yeah.
But Min Min, Lucas, and Robin get countered all by the same things, and Little Mac, Terry, Ryu, Ken, all those characters, Kazuya, also get completely countered. And as we just heard, Swanky's actually going to be leading again in the next round from what we heard. That might actually be wrong. It seems like we're actually getting our Robin player to actually come up. So it seems like GS Blast is actually coming in, which is our Robin player to my knowledge. I'm unsure if they play any other characters. I haven't seen them play any other characters so far. But they are a really good player. And from the people that we've seen, matchup chart wise, I think Robin has a good matchup to K. Rool. Robin probably has a good matchup into Ganondorf as well. Probably not Inkling, and I don't know about Wii Fit because I just don't see Wii Fits ever.
yeah.
They're just not played.
And I mean, this is not a great scenario for
Yeah.
Post Eagles because the only player you had any sort of info on
Is gone.
was Font Diner Swanky, and Font Diner Swanky has taken a casual stroll, I believe, over to the console gate.
Yeah, so really, and also SNHU just has him in the back. Like, if, let's say, Robin player, the Terry player, or Ryu player all get stomped, you still have Swanky in the back. You know that he can carry another 12-stock game,
Yeah, like, Swanky can just roll up, hit him with the "Don't talk to me or my children ever again," and send them through a wall into the blast zone.
Yeah, it's...
And all these players are really, really solid. So that to even get to Swanky, to get that revenge,
you have to go through 3 other people, probably.
Yeah.
3 others.
Yeah.
It's just so unfortunate.
3 other very, very solid players. They are not in an enviable situation.
No,
But
not
what
at
we've
all.
seen.
So from what we just heard, they're probably going to be starting off with Ganon, which I think Robin has a decent matchup into. Robin can really just spam neutral Bs and side Bs and left-hand swords and just screw Ganon over.
Yeah.
Ganon doesn't have a lot of options here.
Yeah, I mean, when is that not true?
Yeah, really you just have to ban stages that Ganon's good at, like platform canceling on with down B. Like, you got Smashville you can ban, maybe Small Battlefield you can ban. But other than that, like, I don't...
Yeah.
It's going to be so hard.
I mean, and
Ganon's not
it's
a
really
character.
tough. I can't say I know the full structure of like crew battle teams.
Yeah.
But in most esports games, there is a leader. There is an in-game leader that is able to sort of rally their squad when the going gets rough. But even then, even the best in-game leaders, there are some ruts that are really, really difficult to pull out of, and you need, a big strike to get out of it and to get your head back into the right space to clutch this out. So that's what they have to look for right now, I think. Obviously,
Yeah.
I'm not in the mines. I'm not, sitting in the, I am no fly on the wall in the post esports facility, the post Eagles esports facility, wherever it may be. But it's such a tough game to come back from. It's a best of 3, but when you lose that first game in such a decisive manner, it, depending on the mental fortitude of your players, it can sometimes feel like it's already over.
Yeah, definitely. It's just so hard for, it's just, It's so hard for your players, really, when you just get sweeped like that mentally. Hopefully Ganondorf can pull out a lot more stuff. Really, their goal with Ganondorf is just platform cancel with down B, and really just try to bait punishes with, like, forward air, or, like, get a crazy Randy smash attack for no reason, just completely random out of nowhere, like they did on Swanky to get one stock, which is really the main thing. And, like, we've talked about low tiers before, like Little Mac being shown up like multiple times, like weirdly amount of times on this cast so far. But Little Mac is a character that's very volatile. Like, he either wins or he loses. If he's better than you, if the Little Mac player is better than you, you just die, because Little Mac has so much just power.
Yep.
But Ganondorf's not the same. Ganondorf's not as fast. He's heavy. He's huge. It's just not the same type of environment that Little Mac is, where really if you can go on a tear, you just go on a tear.
Yeah.
With Ganondorf, it's kind of like you're just big and sluggish, and you hit like Freight Train. That's about it.
Yeah.
Like, you are bad at literally everything. You're bad at recovery. You're bad at hitting forward smashes. You're bad at speed. You're huge. You are heavy though, so it means you're hard to kill, and you hit like a truck. But that's about it. You just hit like a truck.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen some Ganons just absolutely tear through in crew battles, particularly like on Wi-Fi, but I don't know if this is the
It's
answer.
unusual for that to happen.
Yes.
But it seems like this player is committed to Ganondorf, and really at a collegiate level, you are able to play whoever you want. Matchup charts aren't really the most dependent thing ever. It won't decide a game. Like, at high level play, if you're into a bad matchup, you lose. But as we've seen multiple times, matchup upsets can happen in these type of games.
And that's the thing I love about collegiate esports in particular, not just for Smash, but for basically any game that has like character picks. You can play some really niche, wacky, off-meta picks and still get value in collegiate with basically whatever you're skilled at. It's really a great showcase of individual skill.
Yeah, definitely. And as we're seeing, we see Robin coming out into the Ganondorf, which is a very good play. It seems like Ganondorf down B is able to go through lightly charged Robin neutral stage, but maybe not side B. So, Robin's already at such a high percent. This is a bit sad. Ganondorf does hit like a truck. Robin is at kill percent right now. Hopefully Robin could do a decent amount here to sort of keep Ganon out. Is able to get the left sword out maybe, be able to do some stuff. But right now, Ganondorf's only at 51, and Robin's at 88, literally about to die. It's going to be terrifying for this Robin player to do anything.
Yeah, you just have to play smart, wait for those books to come online, and just use your projectiles to your advantage. That arc fire in particular is going to be like the big one. Just because if you get one hit off that, you're able to capitalize very easily.
But as we see, those randy smash attacks can just take stocks like crazy. Robin was at kill percent, even at 55 right there. But we might be able to see them just come back and kill the Ganondorf with Weapon Sword. Weapon Sword is such a powerful tool in Robin's kit. But it seems like Ganondorf SD'd with a misinput side B. They were trying to probably hold up B a bit sideways and misinputted. But as we're seeing, Robin just racking up the damage right now, able to, hit a lot.
I mean, it's such a tough scenario. Ganondorf's engage options are basically zero, especially when you're playing even at collegiate where picks like this are not necessarily insta death. These are still very, very competitive players, and they'll know how to punish a pick like this. As we're seeing here, GS Flash just taking absolute advantage of the fact that the only thing Ganon has is kill power.
Yeah, as we're seeing, oh my god,
tech.
Huge tech. I thought that was death right there. I would not have been prepared. But an arc fire into an up smash from Robin is such a powerful tool in their kit. It's terrifying, honestly. But as we're seeing right now, more crazy damage coming out from Robin. But a random down B will actually catch Robin's air dodge, not exactly getting to the ground quick enough.
Yeah.
This looks like a pretty even game so far.
Ganon's damage has been, the one saving grace for Lily this stage. If Ganon does a few less percent and a little less knockback, this game looks a lot different. but because of Ganon's sheer freight train potential, this game is pretty even. Although that weapon sword, as you said, has been very, very strong combined with this side view from Robin.
Yeah, 100%. You know, that's really the B&B, the bread and butter that you want to do with Robin. Getting a grab is able to get Ganondorf in the air, which is where you want him. And if they can get another arc fire into an up smash, they're just dead. The Ganondorf's just dead. But Robin is also a kill percent, mind you. Oh, it looks like they will actually be able to get that confirmed and is able to take down the Ganondorf. But unlike with Swanky, GS Beast is only at one stock.
Yeah, but I mean, you're able to take down the Ganon.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Eagles were confident in that Ganon starter. I believe they've started them for both games in this set so far. So there's obviously a lot of confidence placed in this player. I think getting rid of a player that's able to sort of lead the pack for 2 games in a row is a very, very big deal, and you know, much bigger than the one stock that GS Blast is left with.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's so unfortunate for Eagles or post Eagles Orange. Even the Robin player, you got them down to one stock left, but still, you always have that thought in the back of your head that, oh, Swanky could come out at any minute.
Yeah,
you know.
And I mean, yeah, Swanky is just kind of a shadow lurking in the background right now, and as we said, there is a massive wall in the form of 3 other players that are all very, very skilled in their own right that they have to get through to even, you know, potentially touch Swanky. And after the performance last game, and after being able to take down the Ganon this game for GS Blast, I mean, this is slowly but surely becoming a little bit more scary. You have to hope that the Eagles are feeling good about being able to take 2 stocks that first game, and that's, you know, if you're them, you're hoping that's able to, you know, reset the mentals a little bit, get them back on track, get them thinking straight, and instead of autopiloting, really actively think about each move that they're pulling out.
Yeah, definitely. You know, they have to do a lot here in this sort of match, as you mentioned before. Just think about exactly everything. They have to sort of realize that maybe when Robin dies, Swanky comes out, or SNHU lets their other 3 players sort of go on the rounds, sort of get some practice in before Swanky is out here. So it's just a terrifying thought, especially with Robin as a character. Robin is sort of seen as a low tier. Robin's just doesn't have very good neutral. It takes them so long for their spells to come out, and especially with limiters on how many times you can use the spells or Leffen Sword, it's so hard for them to do anything, especially with such bad frame data. It's hard, but they are a decent pick into a lot of matchups, you know.
Yeah.
They are zoner. Zoners usually are the best for starters. So even with this next character, like as we mentioned before, Robin probably has good matchup into K-Rule, probably has an even matchup into Wii Fit, but it looks like we're getting a Kirby.
Indeed we are.
Huh. As your resident Kirby main, I think this is a fine matchup for Kirby if Kirby knows how to play. Because Kirby is actually a really good character. You know, most people see their little cousins down B spam as Kirby, but Kirby actually has a lot of stuff. Fair 1 into forward smash is very good kill confirm. Kirby also has some high damage moves. Kirby has some like pseudo moves with up tilt into down air type of stuff. But if Kirby can do anything here, it's going to be really good. But one problem with Kirby dies really quick. Kirby is really short, though. He's able to actually go under the spells just from landing. So this is such a interesting position to be in for GS Blast, as a lot of his spells aren't actually hitting.
The thing is, like you said, Kirby is so light. One wrong move, like you could look at Kirby's the wrong way, and yeah, you look at Kirby the wrong way, and he's gone down a stock. Now Kirby at 102%, that is absolutely terrifying. That is absolutely terrifying for Sonic Dash.
Yeah, if you know, they DS Blast is able to get exactly that, a side B into up smash. It's going to be so hard for Kirby to do anything, but it's just you have to use Kirby's weird size, weird sort of angles that they get launched at to do a lot here. But it's going to be hard for Kirby to do anything, it seems like, in this type of match.
Yeah, and GS Blast only at 60% on this stock here. Definitely potential here to take at least one more stock, especially with all that shield pressure.
Yeah, 100%.
That hits time.
Yeah, Robin's down smash hits on both directions. It also pops shield if it's fully charged,
Really?
which is something that you have to watch out for. But as we mentioned before, Robin having those spell limiters is really hard for them to do anything. One thing that I'd like to see is Kirby maybe pick up one of Robin's neutral beat. It's a very good tool in Kirby's kit. You can actually do like up airs into charge one neutral beat, which is a good combo tool. So it would be good to see that come out. Oh, Hammer coming out actually misses. But yeah, it's going to be hard for Kirby to do a lot here. An up smash at any moment is just going to kill Kirby.
Yeah,
but
just mistimed off that down B from the Kirby there. That's a little better time. That's a kill. But
Yeah.
Caster Curse,
Yeah.
it's a real thing, and it's so real that now the Eagles are down to one stock on this Kirby here. 40% approaching kill range. Great spot dodge.
Oh, the shield drop. I don't know if that was a shield drop or a shield poke, but Kirby was able to get that one stock with that very well-placed side B on that Robin player. But now we have two other players about to come out from SNHU's team.
And I'd like to point out, first of all, GS Blast loses that stock, all smiles. Mental is high right now for SNHU Yellow, which is so huge.
Yeah.
And B, as we mentioned before, there's the looming threat of Swanky here. If you're playing for SNHU Yellow, you don't
You're not afraid.
No, but also you don't want Swanky in except for a last case scenario. All these players want playtime.
Yeah.
Short and simple. Especially with Granite State Grind coming up November 5th, they're all going to want playtime so that they can get the best shot of getting in that tournament. A lot of great turnout there generally, and as I say that, looking at the PC there, someone has sat down there, and it is not Swanky.
It is not Swanky. I think that's actually our Lucas player.
That is NordVPN coming in hot.
I love that name
for SNHU Yellow here, and yeah, I mean. You're in a position now as SNHU Yellow where you don't need to pull out all the stops right now. You have a sizable lead, and you can kind of put this on cruise control. It doesn't really matter who you throw out right now, as long as you don't do 3 SDs in a row, just to swag out. You're in a really solid position. And quite frankly, if a 3 SD game comes out from any of these players, I'm sure if their coach is anything like the Overwatch coach, I'm sure that would be responded with not goodness, not any positivity.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But we
NordVPN.
will be getting into the game. NordVPN does play Lucas, to my knowledge. I don't think they have any other characters listed. Lucas is a very good character.
Lucas is cool.
Lucas has a lot of weird stuff. Lucas is very strange, very odd, very weird.
Lucas is sick. Who do you prefer, Lucas or Nest?
Lucas. I think Lucas, if you can actually pull off the really hard stuff, Lucas has infinites. Lucas has a weird Zaire fastfall thing into
Infinites.
So Ness and Lucas both have infinites.
What is this, Marvel?
Yeah. So, but they're really hard to pull off. Lucas is a lot harder than Ness's. Ness, you just press magnet and you jump twice. And, you can do that all the way across the stage, and then you have to get a footstool to turn it around to go back the other direction. But with Lucas, it's a lot harder. Lucas also has a weirder game plan, Ness has PK Fire, which is very good zoning option, very good projectile, but Lucas's PK Fire doesn't multi-hit. It's just sort of a blast. It also doesn't kill.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just a zoning tool, like a get off me button.
Yeah.
But Lucas doesn't have a lot of good projectiles, but they do have really good weird sort of combos, kind of like Mewtwo. So hopefully they'll be able to show off a lot of that. We saw Lucas Yeah, I think it was like an 80% combo last game. But Kirby is such a weird, small little guy that it's kind of hard to do anything. Such a strange, small little ball.
Yeah, at the same time, the lightness of Kirby into a lot of Lucas's moves is gonna be terrifying.
Yeah,
Absolutely frightening, just in time for Halloween. You know, Lucas can, for such a small child, some of those moves hit like almost as hard as Ganon. It's ridiculous.
Like, even in just a well-placed fair to 13%, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Lucas does a lot of damage for such a weird character. As we're seeing right now, like, already at 92, like, Jesus Christ.
What a great combo there from NordVPN. You know, God, there is so many jokes I can make with that name, but I don't know. I don't know if that would get us in trouble for using a brand name. But,
yeah, who knows? But
you know. Anyway, one stock left. 110% for the Kirby here. One good move. Gonna be enough to send him flying. That was not it, but this PK Thunder Chase just gonna put a little bit of pressure on, forcing him to recover in a bit of an awkward way here. Now back in a kind of neutral game. This is very scary.
it's an up throw. It is a kill throw.
Yep.
It's just sort of sad to see, you know, SNHU, as for SNHU, doesn't actually go down any stocks at all, which is very unfortunate. So hopefully we'll see more of the Lucas played next match, which, as we saw, there is a K-Brule still there, and there still is a Wii Fit trainer. I think there's one other character that I'm forgetting right now, but hopefully there are some other characters that we might see come out.
Yeah.
For post Eagle, but
you need something new to answer with.
yeah, definitely.
You know, Joe, do you know the definition of insanity?
Yeah, it's doing the same thing over and over again and thinking that anything's gonna change.
Yeah, Joe, do you know the definition of insanity?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just so hard.
Yeah, I mean, the Eagles can't bash their head into a wall. That's not going to work 90% of the time. There is going to be a slim fraction of the time where bashing your head into the wall is going to break through and is going to get you the answer. But with how strong SNHU Yellow have looked across the board, all the players that we have seen tonight thus far, and all the players that we have seen previously thus far in the season, that's not going to be the approach that they need to broach this with.
Yeah, no. And then we also have our Terry player in the back as well. Like, we have Swanky, but our Terry player is also a demon.
Yeah, I mean, across the two teams, there is so much talent. It's really, really impressive just to see how consistent across, like, year to year. I'm currently a junior here, so I've been watching this team for a little bit now, for a fair while, and the Smash team has been so consistent at finding and nurturing talent, and I think it's shown in how consistently strong they've been year after year. Now just some great players across both teams able to take, 7, 10, 12 stocks.
12 stocks. That's insane.
And even if you don't get those hero runs, you still have so much firepower for SNHU that it doesn't matter. You can just
100%.
chip away, get a slow deficit building for the other team, and just kind of suffocate whoever their opponent is into taking me out. I see a laptop almost get dropped over at the desk there while we're just waiting. But it's a good thing it wasn't dropped. That's a very
really
nice
bad.
that's a very nice laptop.
That's a very good Razer laptop right there. Couple $1,000. So don't really want to drop that.
Yeah,
but getting into this match, really what we want to see from Post Eagle Orange is just them being able to get their stuff together, compose themselves. We saw the Inking player did a really good job, so hopefully they're going to be able to come out, but it's looking weirdly unwinnable. But we are seeing one of, if not the best characters in the game come out right now. Ira Mithra, Aegis. Aegis is such a dominating character. It's crazy.
Remember what I said about trying something new?
Yeah,
Pyra Mithra is trying something new.
Yeah,
and I, as a certified, I have the certificate hanging in my room. Pyramithra hater.
Yup.
You know, I don't. I as a player in my heart of hearts, you know, I know that this is the right pick. This is the right thing for them to do to kind of break on through.
I'm surprised they didn't bring
but-
this out versus the Min Min. Pyramithra has a crazy matchup in the Min Min. Like,
Yeah.
Pyramithra is one of the best matchups in the Min Min just because of the air dodge.
I mean, we
It's-
don't know if this is another player's secondary,
Yeah, it could be a secondary, but
or if it is just someone that they didn't want to play first match.
yeah.
There are an infinite number of reasons why this wasn't in the first game, but that is something for them to speak about after this game is done.
Yeah, but Pyramithra is such a good character that this is gonna be really hard for Lucas to play.
Yeah, really difficult to play into. So strong, so many different moves that can just sweep across the stage, or do a modicum of different things to just deny you space.
So Pyramithra has one of the craziest combo games, one of the best neutrals. Literally, I'm not kidding. You can do 2 forward tilts into 2 up tilts, and that's a combo into like 4 fairs into an up B. Like, what the hell? And
Yeah.
you have Bayonetta's air dodge from Smash 4. Why? Why is this on a character? And then there's 2 characters, and they have an invincible down B dodge button.
Fighter Pass 2, Fighter Pass 2. You know,
It's,
there are a lot of jokes made about those of us who play DLC characters. I am personally a
It's-
Joker enjoyer myself, but
I love Joker.
Joker's cool. But
It's just...
sometimes it's true. Sometimes the DLC characters
the
little
DLC
strong.
characters are so busted.
No, I am fairly removed from high level competitive.
Like
is
every high-
Pyramithra as dominant as Bayonetta
No.
was in Smash 4?
No.
Or is that an entirely different beast?
No, that's a different beat.
Um,
That was like on the beast of like Chun-Li in like a Street Fighter Third Strike was Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Like that's the only other time I can think of a character being that dominant. But Pyramithra is like every top player uses Pyramithra. Like it's so common. It's like one of the most common picks. Recently, I've seen a lot of Pyramithras fall off. A lot of people don't think they're as good as like certain other top characters, like Pikachu, like Joker, like Roy, which are like top 5 characters, by the way.
Yeah, and
So,
those
but-
characters are all cool.
Yeah, those characters are all cool. So that's a plus. But Pyramithra just has so much stuff that it's just so good. And especially into the Lucas, this is gonna be such a scary time for the Lucas. And on Final Destination. Oh, this is crazy. This is gonna be so hard for Lucas.
I do believe Supersonic was in last game, so that might explain why they didn't run out on that. Maybe they were just feeling the other characters. PK Freeze coming out,
God.
getting a Supersonic to 90%. I believe that
But
kills it.
Miss
Does.
Input side B, I'm unsure if they thought they were Mithra. This is a very scary situation. I'm unsure why they're not using down B to get Mithra damage off. Mithra is such a great character, just easy damage in general. Pyre is really supposed to be the person that you want to kill. But a double down B spot dodge thing into an up B, that was so weird.
That up B is literally a slightly more vulnerable power dunk.
Yeah.
It's,
What the
no way, that kills!
Imps?
No.
I'm unsure what Pyramithra is doing right now, but it doesn't seem to be working.
NordVPN coming in clutch right now, just absolutely keeping not the network but the dub secure right now. I mean, at this point you have to get a stock and cast a curse.
Cast a curse.
Every time
It's what
I
it
say
is.
that they need to get a stock, to get a stock. So they get the stock.
Okay, they need to get 6 stocks right now.
Yeah, that is
That
what
might do
needs
something.
to happen to get Coast Eagles Orange out of this slump. But as of right now, Mithra very vulnerable now at 80%. Lucas just has so many goofy little moves that do so much damage. Mithra does as well as Pyro.
Oh my god, that
So
killed so early.
gets that stock, which is really unfortunate for SNHU. But again, NordVPN's still not out of this game. That kills.
That's just Gimps. That's so unfortunate.
And just like that, 3 more stocks down the porcelain throne. Uh,
It's just so unfortunate for Orange. It must be like mentally exhausting.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
It's just at this point, I would just try to get practice in. I just try to do my best. Play the best I can. Just hope to do a rematch next time.
yeah, and I mean, this game isn't over. We're selling it as if it is. It's not. Um, it's a very, very, very difficult climb from here, but that Lucas got down to 1 stock there.
It is.
Which is a very big sort of glimpse of hope for post Eagles Orange, and sometimes it's
Yeah.
those little glimpses, those specks of light at the end of the tunnel that you need to be able to get you over that hill.
I don't know. Their chances of winning this are very low.
You know,
Really, the goal right now is to just try to get as much practice as possible and really hope for a miracle.
absolutely.
Like, you have to hope that the hand of God comes down and
But-
graces you with some crazy miracle right now. Really, you have Swanky in the back. You have 2 other players. It's such an uphill battle, especially with Pyramithra not really doing a lot for Luke. Sorry, I just
tripped on your words.
yeah, I tripped on my words a lot. But we're going to be seeing Inkling coming out next, which was one of their better players that we saw, versus Swanky managing to get a stock. But Lucas still has 2 stocks, am I right?
No,
Or
Lucas
one?
has 1 stock.
Okay. So yeah, hopefully they are able to get that 1 stock out of Lucas, but we just saw Lucas completely destroy Pyramithra, one of the best characters in the game right now.
Am I
So,
correct in
yeah.
saying that like half of Inkling's moves get absorbed by Lucas down B, or am I incorrect in saying that?
No, I don't think so. I
Okay.
think Lucas's down B only absorbs energy moves.
I
So like
see.
Samus charge shot.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if because I have a friend who has been fiending Ness
Yeah.
lately and playing into Inkling. That
So-
down B has been a very good boon to get like the splat bomb out and get a little bit of healing off it.
I think it might for the splat bomb. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's
know for
splat
like
bomb neutral B.
I know for like Snake, at least his grenades will do physical damage to you on the throw hit, but on the explosion you'll be able to heal.
Yeah.
So I'm not exactly sure if it's a similar situation. Maybe the explosion is absorbable.
Yeah.
But to my knowledge, yeah, you can't really absorb a lot from Inkling. But, Lucas, as a character, a very good combo tool. We saw him get crazy % on Pyramithra. Saw him get crazy % on that Kirby, bringing Kirby to, like, 80 in, like, 2 seconds. It's terrifying.
Yeah, Lucas does a ridiculous amount of damage, as we stated before. It's not fair.
Yeah.
It's not fair that a small child from a game that hasn't even been released internationally can absolutely style on you.
I forgot that
Um,
Mother 3 wasn't released internationally.
Not officially.
Yeah, not officially, but...
You know, Reggie left us without a copy of Mother 3 under our pillow.
Yeah.
So
Is this the only character that doesn't have an American release in Smash Ultimate?
I mean, yeah, I think so. I mean, the closest thing is Rob because like
Yeah, but Rob's like a physical toy. I can buy a Rob.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's the only character that hasn't been released in the U.S. in
An official capacity.
an official capacity. That's actually funny.
Anyway, us with our side tangents. You know,
Really, what you're just going to be looking for is just Inkling to hopefully get a lot of those combos using Nair. So, like, one thing that's very good is Rising Nair. You can do back airs or forward airs off of. So, really, you're trying to hit those on Lucas, really get rollers into up smashes. And that's your main game plan, but it's going to be so hard, especially with more people coming out. And Lucas does a lot of damage, especially with neutral B out of shield, or sorry, neutral air out of shield. That's such a good tool for Lucas. It's going to be very difficult for Inkling to do a lot.
yeah, it's just if you're the Eagles, you have to get this stock. You have to be focused and ready to not only take this stock, but approach the rest of the game as if you have a full team behind you.
Yeah, really, you have to make every single stock count.
Yes, absolutely. And we've seen it happen. We've seen it happen just tonight, where players have been able to take stocks with only 1-2 stocks remaining, just crush through half a team.
Yeah.
Which is what they need right now.
Yeah, they need that like crazy hero run.
We're gonna have to see if the Inkling for Post Eagles Orange has that clutch gene in them, the ever mythical, ever chased clutch gene. I think you can find that under the Fountain of Youth.
Yeah, yeah, it's right under there. You know, you dig a little bit, like 6 feet, I'd say. But you know, it's gonna be difficult. Gonna be an uphill battle. The main goal for Lucas right now is just sort of zone out Inkling, rack up damage. And yeah, hopefully you can get a good neutral beat to take a couple stocks, maybe a couple forward smashes, maybe up throws, back throws. But yeah, it looks like we might be getting into game at some point soon. Unsure. But yeah.
Yeah, if there was any time for the Eagles to take a break, it was now. But Caster Curse, yet again, we're going to the game. Some very climactic music here. Nice Pokemon theme on Battlefield here.
Pokemon music is so good.
Pokemon music is so good.
So good.
Speaking of so good, Eevee has been shown in that last game to be able to clutch out. All right, what are we? We're waiting for something here.
We're just waiting for them to approach. Oh yeah.
Okay, that was a little awkward. Felt like I was watching a stare down. 'Twas high noon, and the clock has struck.
And it looks like you're just going to be seeing, you know, that crazy damage coming out on Inkling. Really, Lucas just has some crazy combos. Lucas, like, you think he's a projectile character, but not really. Kind of just a rushdown floating combo character. Very weird combination, though. Not really one that you see commonly. But is able to get, like, 90% already down. Inkling might be in an awful position here. But the landing hit of up B actually does manage to do something. Such a scary position for Inkling to be in. Does manage to get the air dodge. Down B coming out from Inkling. Hopefully they can get center control back, but Lucas is just comboing them at the edge of the stage. Up B coming out, but the up smash able to catch the up B's landing. Such a crazy play by NordVPN.
That's a little spicy. I wanna shout out though. A lot of this talk has been at NordVPN. But Eevee's been playing really well with these platforms. Just getting the pressure off of themselves and just kind of racking up a little bit of damage. Speaking of racking up damage, it's a huge jab combo.
One fun fact about most rapid jabs will actually push you away from the person you're hitting. Inklings is the opposite. So if you are on the back of sort of a ledge, it's a very, very strong move. Looks like they weren't able to get the jump cancel out of roller into that up smash. But Lucas is at a 161, so hopefully they will be able to get rid of a stock here. But Lucas is racking up a lot of percent right now.
A lot of moves coming out right now from both NordVPN and Eevee, befitting of a punish, but none has come out thus far. Just really a game of cat and mouse where both are scared to lose that stock.
Yeah, 100%. I would be terrified. Oh, but the fair coming out. NordVPN actually losing the stock, but there are two other players.
The nice thing is, I say only. Eevee only has to take 2 players down, only 6 stocks.
Yeah.
With 2 stocks, that is difficult. Lot of pressure, but not impossible.
No, nothing is impossible in Smash. You know, we saw 2 Little Macs come out, basically winning a game a couple weeks ago. So nothing is impossible.
Well, okay, that is a false comparison. I think we are far more likely to see Eevee get 6 stocks here than
I don't know. I've never played against a Little Mac before.
Macs.
I've never played against a single Little Mac in my entire Smash career. So I don't know. Seeing a Little Mac's like seeing a leprechaun.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but
you want the pot of gold, but the pot of gold just doesn't exist, except for apparently the 2 Little Macs that just decided to duke it out on stream.
On stream, that's crazy.
Cause why not? You know.
Yeah, cause why not? You know, it's for fun.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's like, oh, okay, we got to be so serious in these competitive games, but you can have fun once in a while, you know.
I mean, thing is, it probably wasn't even having fun. Those niche picks are just good sometimes.
Yeah, those are good sometimes.
We have a Terry coming in.
Are going to be getting our Terry player. crazy player. He managed to sweep an entire team supposedly earlier this year or last year. I forget exactly when. But yeah, such a crazy player. And Inkling only having 2 stocks, I'm terrified for this Inkling.
Yeah.
I don't think Inkling has a good matchup into Terry at all. I think Terry can just blow Inkling up. So it's gonna be hard.
Terry is just a cool character. Again, oh,
Oh, it seems
Never
like our
mind.
Terry player is actually going Ken. Production
we are
just said.
we are
I haven't
lying
seen
to
this
your
yet.
faces.
Yeah,
Uh,
I haven't seen this yet. I haven't actually seen this player's Ken. But you know, if they can play Ken as well as they play Terry, then this is gonna be very scary, especially for Inkling.
Speaking of cool characters, Ken.
I love Ken. I love Ken so much. I am one of the weird people that actually likes watching most Shotos. I think they're crazy fun to watch. Except
Ken's
for Kazuya.
cool
I don't like
because
Kazuya.
Ken is all right. Ryu, but you add fire, and you make him arrogant. So I think
Yeah, you make
that's really cool.
You make him a fast rushdown combo bait character that also has fire and is just cool and has long hair and is orange. So it's just better.
What's not to
Better
like?
in every way.
What's not to like? You
Yeah.
got the focus attack coming in. Focus attack is so sick in this game. Not only does it look sick, but really has great combo potential if you're able to hit a charge one.
Yeah.
Just you get hit with a charged focus attack, you're gone.
You're dead.
You're gone.
You're
You're
dead.
dusted. Right your will. Like.
But like, Shoryuken's such a powerful move on Ken, just killing so early. A lot of people like say Ken's sort of just more of a rushdown version of Ryu, and Ryu's more of a zoner. But you know, Shoto players can usually operate all of the separate Shoto characters. They're very similar. They have their small little differences, which makes like differences in the matchup a little bit. You know, I think Terry probably is the best matchup chart. He just has best neutral. But Ken's really good. When you see a Ken stomp someone, it's so hype. It's just amazing.
Yeah, and if you're SNHU Yellow, you're gonna be looking for that stomp that you speak of. You know, as much as we as casters, as you know, spectators, as much as we would like to see a close game, a banger as they call it, you know, these players are just gonna want to get this over with. As a player, when I load into a match, I'm not thinking, oh man, really hope I play a 4-hour mega match today.
Yeah.
No, I want to go in. I want it to last 30 minutes, and I want it to be a stomp for us, so that we crush them and we get better position in the leagues that we play in.
Yeah, 100%. You know, getting better position in your league is one of the best things. And as we're seeing, we're giving all players, practice. It's one of the best things.
Yeah.
And hopefully that, Post Eagle Orange also gets a lot of practice out of this and is able to come from this just in a better mood. But it's going to be hard, especially with one stock down on the Inkling. Oh, wait. Inkling's at
Pardon
2
me.
stocks?
Inkling should have 2 stocks now, as far as I'm aware. They have just been going into this.
I'm assuming they're just going to play it out until Inkling dies. I'm assuming they're just going to end it when Inkling goes to 2 stocks, but I'm not sure.
This is,
Yeah, I'm unsure what's going on.
Okay,
But,
Shoryu out of shield.
Sure you out of shield.
Are they just playing this out?
I guess so. Inkling had 2 stocks, to my knowledge, so they have 1 left.
TO?
Yeah, unsure what's going on. Oh my god, fair to fair. I was hoping there was going to be like an up air Shoryuken there. But it didn't come out. Ken's still at 91%. This is kill percent for Inkling if they can get a good roller. But Tatsumaki just putting them into such a good position. Ken's able to just follow up with those tech chases. Really what you want to be doing as Ken.
Yeah, on Grona just putting on so much pressure, rushing down this Inkling before anything's able to happen.
And then the up
And that
just
kills.
comes out.
And that is supposed to be it. Let's see if they end it here.
It seems like they might not know.
They don't know, chat. They don't know.
I don't think it matters.
It doesn't.
Well, SNHU did just win, to my knowledge.
We get a little bit of a show match. Dude, Terry,
Yeah.
I love the sound effect on that pair.
And just dies again.
Okay.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little confusing. But on Grano, just decides, don't care.
I'm gonna take an extra shot.
L plus ratio plus you lost 3 stocks.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, is what it is. I'm assuming they were mentally exhausted from that game and just forgot
Yeah.
that they were down a stock. But, it's over now, and well played to both teams.
Absolutely.
Post Eagle Orange did really good job. No bad players by any means.
That goes for both teams tonight.
Yeah, it goes for both teams, Very well played by SNHU as well. Seeing Swanky just being able to take 12 stocks is such a mental, just awful.
That is
Yeah.
what we in the business call booming.
Yeah, that is mentally booming. So, as we mentioned before, there will be Overwatch Day on Thursday, where you can come down and get coached by any of the varsity players or just play Overwatch with some of your friends. There are also other games on the computer. I believe we just added Genshin and Rainbow
And Minecraft.
And Minecraft.
And
Minecraft.
But I will say, as your resident Overwatch 2 defender, play it. It's very good. It's free to play. Come on down to the esports arena, meet some new people, and play a very cool video game. Especially
definitely.
if you haven't picked it up. I would say as a player with, I think it's like 800 hours in the first game, Overwatch 2 is very fun.
Yeah.
And on top of that, on the 5th, we have GSG, our monthly Smash tournament. Great turnout at the last one. Very well received. We had some great, solid
fun.
players coming out from.
We had the craziest Roy player come out. We had a crazy Peach player as well. 2 insanely good Rob players. It was one of the funnest times I've had. I've been to a lot of locals. I live in Massachusetts, so I can really go any city, and there will be a local there.
Yeah.
But come down. Granite State Grind is one of the best events on campus. It happens monthly, first week every month, I believe.
Yeah.
So come down and see us for that. But for right now, that'll be it.
Yeah, that's what we got for you tonight. 2 great Smash games. Glad we were able to broadcast them both to you.
Have a good one. We'll see you guys tomorrow for some League of Legends. Oh my God! Did that kill at 55?
Yeah. C-Stick Gaming. That is exactly what happened there.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That
Kill percent for minions already almost there. 55% is kill. Oh my God, that was a crazy combo. Usually goes with the arms, but Minion does actually manage to get that forward tilt.
doesn't have the potential to kill right now. Meanwhile, that huge yellow orb of destruction does. Goes that option doesn't get it.
The trainer isn't actually managed to get back to him.
For this absolute no percent. But
The laser coming out. April does have a better recovery than April does, though. Actually not able to get the stage. There's 5 frames.
yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, but April is not.
Approaching kill range. Great spot dog. Oh, the shield. Awkward way here. Now back in a kind of